My name is Maheen and I moved to Lausanne in 2022 and I'm currently a mother of one, and I'm originally from Pakistan but I grew up in Ireland. For me, feeling mentally well is when I wake up in the day and I feel like I can go on about my day. I can be a good mother and I can be a good wife and I can have a positive impact on people around me. So the first step to have better mental health is always to take care of yourself first. By doing that is the only way you can take care of others around you. So for me, taking time for myself as a mother is the first step to have better mental health, getting enough sleep, and always making sure that I'm staying active throughout the day. Just a simple walk, put on your favorite music or something and just go for the walk. And in the earlier days after I had my baby, that was a very good way to get rid of my postpartum depression. So I just put my baby in the pram and I just went for long walks and I felt so much better. So I arrived in February of 2022. So it was the winter time. I remember the week I came, it was raining the whole week. So I was just indoors and it was making me feel a bit down because there was not much I could do. And then once I started going out and around, everything was French. Whenever I used to go out and people tried to, for example, there was go to parks, etc. And when people tried to talk to me, I was not able to communicate back. It made me feel embarrassed as well, not knowing like how to communicate, and also it made me feel like other people will judge me, that I'm not making the effort to like fit in and stuff. I started learning French. That helped a lot. And I feel much more confident now because involving my kids' school, I am able to communicate with the teachers and everything. So that makes me feel a lot better about myself. So once I started to overcome the language barrier, I was more interested in seeing what I can do around my area, how I can use my French and how I can make connections and be beneficial. So I contacted Bénévolat with the voluntary work. It's not only just rewarding, but you also get that sense of community, like you're benefiting the community, you're being the part of a community. So I feel like voluntary work is the best way to do that. Motherhood for me at the start felt very isolating because when you're usually at home alone with a kid, it feels like overwhelming and it feels like you're alone and totally isolated. So being around people is the best way to not feel isolated. I think it's like really, really important to ask for help, because if we don't share how we feel, the other person is not going to know it and we're just going to feel more isolated. For example, just basically going to the park, you see other mothers and other parents and just having a small talk with them. It was just sharing a similar experience to the people who are in a similar situation to us that really helped in the way for me not to feel lonely and isolated. So now I feel so much better being in Switzerland with my son. I feel like I belong here in a way. There's a still long way to go, but I still get a sense of belonging when I'm out in his school, in his gardery, for example. I interact with other parents and his teachers, and I can understand what they're telling me when they talk to me in French. And when I see my son integrating in Swiss culture as well, it makes me feel like I'm part of the community now. So for me, even though I didn't have, after having my son, I didn't have really that friends and stuff, friend circle and stuff, what really helped me was just to have my own time. For example, every day I always took 30 minutes for myself to be alone without my son and without my husband. So I do light yoga or Pilates or just a light workout through an app or something like that. Even if it's just at home, just getting that physical activity and the time for myself was a good way to feel like myself again.